and there we go. Oh, is my microphone? Yeah, microphone is on. Good. Just no game sound. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's stream. Now, I said in Hello Dave that I was probably going to play some other games, and I actually had another game in mind that I wanted to play. But then today I got that amazing idea that I, instead of doing or just playing some other game, I want to do something else than Elite. I figured since Carlos became such a loved character during the 24-hour live stream, and we had such a huge amount of tremendous fun, I wanted to do some kind of video around it. But I can't really make my mind up in terms of what the format should be and in what direction we're heading here. So I thought that I would quite simply just go ahead and just begin editing the video here live, and then hopefully you guys can come with feedback. Oh, that's a little bit with the camera here. Look at that. Clipping out through the I need to adjust that. Hold on. That's not right. Oh, that the other side here. Is it then clipping too early? No, that's okay over there. Camera. Yeah, you go a little bit over there. What about now over here? I'm clipping a little bit now there. That looks good there. There's still a little bit of clipping over here. Now, okay, I need to adjust this properly later, I can see, because it's not really working right now. Anyway, I'll fix that. We're not going to use this this scene too much anyway. See, now it's okay. Now it's bad everywhere. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, Carlos broke the clipping exactly. So what I thought it would do today was quite simply just begin a very rough edit of a video, and then we will see where it goes. And I really do encourage all of you guys in chat to come with feedback and ideas, because right now I don't have a finished structured idea. Normally when I begin editing, I already have a pretty good idea of where I'm going. So this is a little bit different than what I normally do. But again, yeah, this is also going to serve as kind of behind the scenes kind of thing. So yeah, I just thought we would go ahead and see where this takes us. And I cannot promise that this is going to actually make it into a finished video. This is going to be an experiment, and let's see where it goes. So let's jump over here to our main screen, and let's just begin and just create a project. Just gonna put that under the 20K celebration thing. I think that's where this is belong. Let's call this folder for Carlos. Oops. There we go. Carlos is one badass motherfucker. That is true. Okay, so we have a project folder, and I've cheated a little bit, and I've actually recorded off the live stream, captured the section where from the first time we meet Carlos and all the way until the end. Not in the live stream, but until he is killed and we no longer see him anymore. Spoiler alert, by the way. So we have the video, the raw recording, and I'm just moving this over to my to the server right now. And I normally edit off the server because the bandwidth is high enough that I can easily scrub a file on the server while so don't use the local drives for this. And I have a few ideas of what we want to do. But first of all, we're going to need a project file. So let's make a new project here, and let's just rename this for Remember Carlos. I think. Let me know what you guys think. I think instead of doing some like what I would normally do with a video camera voiceover, I thought I would do more like a montage kind of thing with some music in the background, something like that, something along those lines at least. Oh, and I can already see now that we're gonna head into problem area here, because this up here, this is the area where the playback's gonna be. Can we move this a little bit? We don't need that much space here. And if I then take and extend this, maybe? Aha! Look at that! Doesn't look as good on my end here, but it's good enough, I think, so that you guys can see what's going on the small scrubbing area up here. Okay, so this is just a standard project, as like my template that I use whenever I start a new video. You can see I already imported my intro, and I have tracks for it down here where it fits, where I've already done a little bit of adjusting the sound and everything, so I can just put that in there whenever I need something like that. But we actually probably are gonna need this. I'm probably gonna want to start out with that. And the same thing here, I have the outro as well, also pre-imported, so I don't need that. But we're not gonna need the camera, but we are gonna need the recording that I have. So just quickly import that, and let's drag that down here to the video track. And now it's beginning to build the waveforms for the audio. Yes, this is very much live. Ademius asks in chat if this is live. It is indeed very much live. So, okay, so it's done building the waveforms. This looks fairly low, but we have most of the recording here. It looks okay. But you can see now we have the frame up here. Of course, overlapping the camera. We probably don't want that. So I think we're just gonna get rid of it. Let's expand these layers as well. So we're just gonna get rid of the frame, the mask, the camera, and the dummy audio track, and also the background is no longer needed. More buddies on the stream. Okay, so I think the first step.
Remember me.
Yeah, thank you, Carlos. And this is going to be one of those, if it actually makes it into a finished video, this is going to be one of those videos that that there's going to be very few people who actually understand, but those people are going to enjoy it very much, I think. And I think it's going to be fun, at least. So this is the raw footage, and you can see it's about 13 minutes long. And this is recorded from just before the first time we encounter Carlos, all the way to I think a few minutes after he is killed. As he's killed there, and there's a little bit extra scrub there. Carlos will soon become your sole income source. It looks like it. So I'm pretty much just gonna begin cropping out the. Gonna begin cropping out the sections that we're gonna need, or that we might want to use, and then we're gonna figure out what to do with them after. We have a voice over here. Actually, we don't need that layer either. We're gonna put this down pretty damn far, and let me just get this over here so I can actually see what's going on here. So right now we're just fighting it might be a little difficult for you guys to see, but right now we're just fighting a python, and we can see the Viper Mark III here on the screen, which I believe is Carlos, but we haven't scanned him yet, so we don't know that it's him. So right now we are still fighting the python. Still fighting the python. Python gets his shields back up. Oh, that looks like a dead python. Yep, there goes the python. Oh, here comes. There we go. This is the first time. Carlos Tab 10 has no spoilers. This is the first time that we encounter Carlos, so we can scrub back up to this. So let's scrub back to just about there when we destroy the. We're just going to give myself a little bit. This is going to be a raw, very raw extraction of what we're going to need. And what then? So, and this is where he shows up for the first time, and and we then just move on, because at this point we have no idea what the hell's going on. So we move on to something else. So let's go ahead and split that track there, and that's going to be our first small section here we're going to need. Okay, what else do we got? Fighting Python. Oh, is that Carlos again? I need to have this over the big screen so I can see what's going on. Nope, that's another. Let's see what else we have here. Let's sit and let's listen to some of this.
But if I scan him, is he automatically scanned for you as well?
Yeah. We share. Wait.
You can start attacking him now.
Yeah, I am. I go into the 10,000 Thargoid ships that was also there. This is still just us fighting that. Let's go back to and begin to look for new targets.
36,000. But if he's attacked, that should. Scanning.
Make this a little bit bigger for you guys.
What about that Cobra that's incoming?
Scan.
Fairly low bounty.
No, that's still not Carlos.
36,000. But if he's attacked, that should. Scanning him now.
What about that Cobra that's incoming?
Scan him. See what he got.
Yeah, I am. It's definitely wounded. 65 right now. And 60.
This is not. It's not the people asking if I did a recording of the full live stream. I don't have all 24 hours recorded locally. This is just a recording of a cutout of the original live stream. I don't have the full one locally, but I of course can get it if I need it. But the small recording here, which is 13 minutes, is about a gig. As you can see here. Oh, maybe able to see here. There we go. It's about a gigabyte. The small 13-minute recording of that. So okay, let's continue a bit here.
And 65 as well.
Yeah, Carlos has got 65. See which one of them are attacked first, and that is Mr. Horror. Have you scanned Horror?
Yeah, I've scanned.
Yes, it's pulled off YouTube. It's not the best. It's not the best way of doing it, because obviously there will be some compression as it's being live streamed, and then I'm recapturing it, putting it down again. So quality is not going to be the best, and especially because it is part of a live stream, you lose a little bit of quality there as well. But for what we're doing here, I think it's okay. Okay, so
they take down Carlos.
Oh, maybe I should go and.
this is actually a good clip right here. Look at this.
Wow.
Goodbye.
So let's cut it right after the Cobra dies. There. Let's get rid of that.
So they take down Carlos.
Look at this clip here. Oh. Exactly, it makes the file size more manageable. So look at this. Here we have police ship here. This looks like a... what is that? Is that a police Viper? It looks like a police Viper. We have police Anaconda here, police Anaconda here. And that's Carlos right there. Just casually strolling by two police Anacondas, and I believe that's an eagle. Whee! I guess casually strolling by. Here we go, I target him again. should maybe listen in what we're actually talking about
says,
here.
Got the games 2 days ago. Anyone know of a fast way to make money? Well, we're pretty much over the next couple of hours probably gonna do exactly what you want to do. Right now we're trying to get up to around 4-ish million so we can get a decent exploration ship. And we're doing that by just going to a resource extraction site and we'll follow the police around. So you can see here we have a police anaconda. So basically we're just gonna follow this guy around.
Okay, I think let's keep that section there as well.
System, I can't remember the system name.
Down in the left corner on the stream. If you
We've done Han 3 right now.
whoa,
Where is he? I didn't manage to get that.
Uplifting and motivational clips of Carlos.
not a big deal. Now this Carlos dude, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, should we just kill him? I mean, that should alert the police that something's going on.
Okay, there's a little bit of talk
Now
about
this
him here.
Carlos dude.
I didn't manage to get that.
Okay, I was only 36,000. Not a big deal.
Thanks for the tribute, man. But bro, I thought we were friends before you blasted my new ship to dust, sad face.
Aw. Here again, Carlos. We haven't gotten to that part yet.
Okay, should we just kill him? I mean, that should alert the police that something's going on. Can we take down a dangerous Viper?
At this point, we clearly still haven't
I'm not sure.
discovered the awesomeness of Carlos yet.
Why risk it? Like, we have a lot of money in bounties right now.
That is true. 1.3 there, and yeah, that is a lot. Come on, Carlos.
But there's fighting here though. Let's fuck him. Go and see what's going on over here.
Yeah.
Ah, he's already dead.
Okay, let's cut that there because that was our next encounter with Carlos. Let's move on here, see what else we can find. So we begin
Close to the center. Okay, he's being attacked. He's being attacked.
Okay, we begin to chase this fertilizer around. Oh, did he? No, he went cold there.
Keep those lasers firing.
Thanks for this type of stream. It's very useful for the
A little
kids
replay
out
of
there.
You are very, very welcome, Big, and thanks for the donation.
a big donation from the live stream.
Oh, whoa. 10%.
Ooh.
Oh, boom, he is gone at 300,000.
Here's Carlos. He doesn't give a fuck.
Here we go. This is the description of Carlos we get here. Let's get ourselves plenty of extra video. So we always, this is gonna be the raw edit. We're gonna cut this down and figure out what to do with it later. I just want to see how much material we actually have to work with here.
Oh, at 300,000.
Here's Carlos. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, hey man, I can see there's 3 federal corvettes here. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna go around here.
What about that Python?
I'm scanning a floor, but I'll be down for that Python.
Deadly Python, he's being swarmed by anacondas right now. He is swarmed.
Okay.
He's not being attacked yet.
Have you scanned him?
Scan completed. 150.
Let's take that clip as well.
There's a fight going on around me.
Yeah, I see it.
Gotta get a piece of that guy.
No idea what the bounty is on him, but I'll take it. 100,000. That's, I mean...
It's a good idea, Sar. With some Carlos tribute.
Okay, someone says he's running Road to Riches. He's 55% Pioneer. How 55 to Elite?
Totally, it's 350 million. I don't know quite where you're at currently, but in total.
No, so 300 million in all in all. Well, I was taking a lot of damage on my shields there. Oops.
There's Carlos again. He's what?
Persistent. Oh, well, I'll persistent. Oh, well, I was taking a lot of that shields there. Oops.
There's Carlos again. He's what?
That's also a good clip like that. Just security ships everywhere, and then Carlos in the middle of everything.
That guy just
like going all around.
Casually strolling around.
Casually doing my thing.
I think we're getting to the end here.
The giveaway is for all platforms, as far as I know. The only elite related are the paint jobs, and I believe those can be redeemed in the store. So I don't think that that you have to be on a specific platform to use those. That was at least my understanding when I talked to Frontier about it. Okay, we have an scout that's being ripped apart.
I'm gonna kill warrant him.
Yeah, shooting at him, trying to get a scan in as well.
David asked how much it made at terms, I guess in terms of making money. We made around 200 million doing the live stream, and then we pretty much just stopped grinding for credits because we had all the credits we needed for the ship by then.
Completed.
$80,000. That was an easy 80,000.
Okay, and here's Carlos again.
Here we go again. Let's get ourselves a little bit. Look at that awesome explosion there, guys. Boom. Look how the light even reflects off your dashboard when you're this close. That's pretty awesome. Wait, what? Discord's down? Yeah. Discord is definitely down on my end as well. Like, completely down. Yeah, nothing. You can slow-mo that. Just for the fun of it. I'm not sure we're gonna need it, but we can slow-mo that explosion. This is not Carlos though. But let's take that small section there.
Easy 80,000.
Okay, and here's Carlos.
So you can take this clip out. Oops, come here. Out here. And do a time stretch. Something like that. And the frame rate, of course, isn't great. Probably don't want sound on this. Boom. Did Carlos take Discord down? Carlos disapproves apparently. Okay, here we go. Let's take this clip.
Easy 80,000.
Okay, and here's Carlos again.
And that Carlos.
Somebody has to put this guy in his place.
Yeah, should we just attack him and hope the police helps us?
The Kengu boys. It's a minor faction I could be a part of.
Kengu boys. Is that a player? That sounds like a player faction from Australia.
It does. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
It's 150 million in profit from exploration, but passenger missions count towards it as well. Okay, he's being scanned by an anaconda now. Come on, look at this guy. He's been
Yep,
yes, there we go. Fuck you, Carlos.
That's the end of that's the end of Carlos.
Yes, bye bye, Carlos. I'm just gonna attack him right away.
Remember Carlos.
Remember Carlos. Carlos the Viper.
Yeah. Impeccable Viper. Oh, careful.
Yeah.
I saw you land a couple of shots on that.
Yeah, but they have relaxed the rules a bit. Bye bye, Carlos.
Boom, and there goes it.
Carlos clan, as people are posting it. How much does the kill one scanner add to the payout? You can't give a specific amount. Sometimes it adds.
Okay, so perhaps people are investigating it. Okay, let's see. That's pretty much the raw footage we have to work with here, and that's actually not too bad. It's about 4 minutes, and when this is cut down, it would probably be, let's say around 2 minutes. Yeah, goodbye, Big C. So I have several ideas, and I think we could let's just try some different things here, right? You know, just to oh, why did I close all my folders here? Let's get this thing calm. Okay, let's try some different things here, because I'm not really sure what we want to do here, and now we have to begin to decide on a theme for this. How are we going to do it? Are we going to make it like we could edit this as a kind of like a high action, the combat scenarios, or what I was thinking was like I consider just leaving these clips raw, just like cut these down so it's a little bit more on point with the cuts here, and then at the end, then make keep this in. And then as soon as we, as Carlos is about to go down, we flip the video over to black and white, slow it down slightly so we get the nice focus on the explosion, and then put on some, I don't know, sad music or something like that. Let's start by saving the project where we are right now. So I think next logical step would be to try and see if we could find some music that could actually fit. That could actually fit for this. So let's just go ahead and do that. So we're on YouTube, in the YouTube audio library. Yeah, see, there's a lot of people who might suggest specific songs, but then I'm gonna get into problems with some copyright here. So mood, maybe we want something sad, I guess. Should we try some sad yet cinematic? See what it has here. Oh, that's loud. Oh my god, that is loud. Let's turn that down a little bit. Sad classical. Something like this could work. That over here, as we have a lot of other that I've apparently have highlighted for other projects that I'm not. I mean, it's very rare I'm in here, but when I'm actually just listen to some more stuff. Mournful departure. And I need to do something here. I need to go that, because problem is those where you can see all licenses, they have these small create a comment down here. if I use these, I need to include a specific text in my in the live stream description. So before we use these, I would have to go in here and then copy this text here and put that in the description before I'm allowed to play these. But because there's a little bit of a hassle right now, we're just going to remove those from the selection here. That could work too. Okay, let's try some classic. See what we get here. Classical. Okay, taps. That's a classic, I guess. Hard rock after explosion. Funeral march. That was Fiolisa. Nah. That's really a bad recording. I don't want any vocals. Okay, let's try just to get things going here. Let's try to just to take this and let's move this over. Again, people are suggesting like a Halo 3 tune. Then again, copyright's going to be an issue. We don't want to get into copyright issues. This we can use for free, and we know that YouTube's not going to hit me hard with the copyright strike hammer. Okay, so let's try to... Now we're just going to try and do a very quick... this is probably going to be way too loud in here. Okay, so what I was thinking now, again, just doing something very... Where do we have the explosion? Do we see the explosion? I think we do. There it is. So if we try to cut this thing here, they have relaxed the rules a bit. Bye bye, Carlos. The Carlos clan is doing the posting again. That's actually pretty good. I like this so far. Are we gonna go and gonna mute this one, I think. Yeah, so far so good. Then we need to do a little bit of color correction on this thing. Let's go and add a color corrector to it. And we're gonna go down and we're gonna remove our saturation completely. Okay, you know what? I actually want to do something else first because I don't want that instant. I don't want that instant cut as we have right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this layer and I'm gonna duplicate this track like so. So now we have this track twice. Yeah, I want that. I want the color when it fades. I want it to fade over to gray tone rather than just be a snap cut like that. So what we're gonna do is we say, okay, if this is where we want one of the cuts, we're gonna make a cut there, and then we're gonna have to make let's say how quickly we want this transition to be. Let's say a second. So we can wind this back a second, which is there. And then we're going to cut this one down here. Yes. Then we can get rid of that track, and we can move this track up here. So now look at this. You shouldn't be able to see any transition between these two because it's the exact same video file transitioning between itself. I mean, we can now delete that track. But what we can then do is we can now go in and add the color corrector to this track here instead. Yes, we're going to do slow down and zoom ins and everything. That's going to happen in a bit. Right now, we just want the transition here. Boom, right? And then we want that thing there. Oh, no. Starting at the same time as that. And let's do a small fade in there as well.
Relax the rules a bit.
Oh, I love how it actually fits with the first proper note. Listen to that.
Relax the rules a bit.
And of course now we're going to screw that all up because we're going to do a time stretch on this.
Relax the rules a bit.
So now probably we're going to have some problems with the transition here. So we will have to undo that. And then we're going to have to go and put the cursor there. And then split that. And then only do the time stretch on this part here. So we still get that nice transition. I like this. Is it too slow or is it too fast? I don't know.
The rules a bit.
Yeah, we want that explosion to fade even slower, actually. So I like it up until, I mean, this section here is good. But after that, right there, where we had the explosion, and we kind of had these balls of gas, I think, because I like having the explosion right where it is right now. So let's try to go there and then time stretch this even more. So we really get a slow, now we have a 400% time explosion. Oh, let's get a little bit more here.
They have relaxed the rules a bit.
Yeah. We are gonna, next up's definitely gonna be a zoom in. Okay, so now we have, now I like the, I really like the effect of this. And the explosion slowly fading in. Okay, let's do some fade-ins here. Add some text like rip colors. Yeah, so basically what we could do is we're gonna have like this section here. And we're gonna have the explosion fade out. And now, like around here, when the explosion is pretty much gone, then we could have some text come in and all that stuff. But before we do that, let's have a look at that zoom that we were talking about. So we're just gonna start and see when do we want the zoom to start. Do we want the zoom to start as soon as the explosion happens? Or maybe actually as soon as this fade begins? Wait, what happened to the fade? Oh, I managed to fuck that up. There we go. Okay, so let's say we want the zoom to start here. We can always change this later. So we're gonna go and we're gonna see what timestamp is that at. That is at 5 minutes 94:09. Pretty you can't have the explosion in color with the rest of it grayed out. Well, we can actually. But that can be done. That can definitely be done. That requires a lot more editing, but that can definitely be done. We can try and do that. Right now I just want to add a keyframe in here. And let's get the keyframe loadouts like that. The keyframe just means that the zoom level in this position is fixed. And it's always going to be in that position as long as the keyframe is here. I can move the keyframe around as I see fit. But we're going to put a... yeah, exactly as I said. Masking. That masking takes time. But it's not that bad because... if you look at it, the background is pretty much black in that area. Can we try to just real quick? I just want to see the proper colors of this, so we're just going to go in and disable our color corrector. As you can see here, the background is almost black at the where the explosion happens here. So it's actually not that bad to mask it, because we could probably get away with not masking every single explosion individually. Because we won't... oh, this is going to be difficult, because we want this part here. People asking about the program. This is Movie Studio. This is the old Sony Vegas. So it's Sony Vegas Movie Studio 14 Platinum. You know what? I think this, we could just, let's work on this small clip here. And that we'll see what happens with the rest of it. Let's put the color corrector back in so we get that nice grayed out. And let's continue. Okay, so I think so how long we want the zoom to be? I guess pretty much until it dissipates like it is here. So let's say that's where we want the zoom to be at. So we're just going to put in another keyframe. You can see nothing happened so far. What we're going to do now is we're going to open up this keyframe. And then we're going to make sure that we lock aspect ratio, so we don't want the image to stretch and become out of proportions. Where's the narration voice comms? Right now this is all one clip because it's recorded off the live stream. But normally everything will be separate tracks. Oh, I didn't want to close that. So now we need to figure out how much we want to zoom. So we're just gonna begin to expand this frame a bit. Now we don't want to zoom too much. I think this is about as much as we want to zoom. Oh, I would really like if we could zoom in so we could get rid of those out there. It's gonna be a little pixelated, I think. But I think it will look awesome. A little bit more. You can't add some of the in-game comms. I can. I've right now we have specifically muted these. So I want to go no further than that, I think. Let's have a look at this. Relax the rules a bit. Problem with adding the in-game comps is we have stretched this out 400%, this section here. And if we add the comps to this, it's gonna sound a little silly. But what we could do is cheat and then add the comps in real time, even though the video is slowed down. That would mean that the audio would no longer be synced up with the video. But I don't think that matters too much because we're not gonna be able to see my face anyway. Okay, let's just watch that one more time. Yeah, definitely too long, but that can always be edited. I mean, stuff is too long. I always include way more video than I need, and then at the end, when I'm kind of happy with where it is, I mean, we still have all this stuff out here which we haven't done anything with at all. And I might just leave that in raw, just like fine tune the cut here a little bit. Okay, so what do we do next? Do we do some masking? Okay, hold on. I need to add another keyframe here and get this back to. I have a template in here called full. There we go. Zip sound to go back. Yeah, let's rewatch what's actually happened after. Here we have the same situation coming up again. Let's just quickly get rid of some of the stuff that we don't need here. Way too much excess video here. Clad as people are posting. Clad. Bye bye, Carlos. The Carlos clad as people are posting. How much does the kill one scanner add to the payout? You can't give a specific amount. Bye bye. Bye bye, Carlos. Bye bye, Carlos. Did that actually made it into the original one here?
Impeccable Viper. Oh, careful.
Yeah.
I saw you landed a couple of shots on that.
Yeah, but they have relaxed the rules a bit. You guys just hear the start of it. How much does the kill one scanner add? The Carlos clan. Bye bye, Carlos. Just get that section there. Yeah, cut right at the time when I said bye bye, Carlos. All right. And we're gonna need a separate video track here. Just put this down here, and we need to add the right, where it reads the colors correctly. There we go.
Bye bye, Carlos. Bye bye, bye bye, Carlos.
And then mute the video track.
Bye bye, Carlos.
And this one is then now way too low though, so let's just add another 10 dB to that.
Relax rules a bit. Bye bye, Carlos.
Bjorn asked, yeah, the whole stream is just going to be an editing thing where we're just going to play around. Because
Bye bye, Carlos.
I didn't want to play Middle East today, so it's just going to be a little bit of editing.
Rules a bit. Bye bye, Carlos.
Okay. We're getting somewhere now. Getting somewhere. I think let's try to do a mask. It's probably going to be a little bit difficult, but let's just do a very rough mask for this. And what I want to do is just want to get a brief overview of what, there we go, something like that. And we're then going to take this and we're going to save this snapshot. So now we have this frame saved as a single snapshot. So we're just going to go and I'm going to grab that. Okay. Oh. The Carlos build. We should do a Cobra build at some, not Cobra, Viper build at some point. Okay, let's let's do a very quick mask here. Actually, just open this one up here. And the image quality here is going to be pretty crap, as you can see. That's because, first of all, this is downscaled and it's zoomed in and everything, so it's going to be interesting. But we're going to use this as a template. And we're going to make one here that just says black. So we start by making a black background, which is fairly easy. Do that. And then we're going to mute that, because we don't need that right now. Then here on the mask, we're going to do a selection. And I think we could get away with just doing something along the lines of this. And then we're going to edit. Then we're going to do some... do we want... We're going to make it slightly too big. And we're going to go and we're going to feather the selection by 5 pixels. That's not too much. Maybe that's actually too little. Let's feather this by, let's say, 20. And let's get some white. Try to put that in there. Okay, that's actually not too bad. So now we have a white, like fuzzy area over where the explosion happens. And if we add that layer bedding, we have something that just look like this. But that's clearly not enough. So what I'm going to do is going to take this layer and I'm going to reduce it so it's a little bit more opaque so I can see the explosions behind it. And then I want to just take this thing here and just begin like working my way in. This needs a little bit bigger. It's actually 20. I want that to be a little bit bigger. And you don't want to overdo it. Something like that should actually do it. Put that back to 100. Mute that. Don't like that. That's too sharp there. A little bit too sharp there. Okay. That's about it. We're going to try and use this as a mask, and then we'll have to, when we get in and we begin to actually mask it up, we'll have to go almost by frame, and then stretch and adjust this as we go along. I actually do want a little bit more over here. So this is a little bit rounder, like that. There we go. Okay. Let's save this as our mask. And then let's just export it. There we go. So now we have the mask that we need. And we can import the mask into our video project. And it also has the frame, don't need that. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, let's just go through the video again. We're gonna let that go in, and we're gonna keep this black and white until about here. I don't know how good that's gonna look. Maybe we actually want to start here. Okay, first off, we're gonna make a new track. And we're gonna add the mask to the track. Then we're gonna say this track is nested underneath. And I believe I can never remember. How you do this. It's called generate. No, what is it called? I can never remember this. I do masks so rarely that I always forget from whenever I do one or the other. Okay, add noise, no. Blur key, color balance, color corrector, color curve, color match. Wait, what's a color match? Mask generator? Is this a mask generator? Yes! Thank you. But what's a color match? Okay, let's try just to do it with a mask generator. Okay. Okay, I can never remember how this this works. Yeah, I know it's the mask generator. Okay, so now we need to duplicate this track. This does not live there. And on the masked track, we're gonna remove all of... Wait, stop. Just gonna remove that keyframe a little bit. And keep that keyframe there. Yeah, and now the problem is I can never recall in which direction this thing masks. Okay, so if I invert this, boom, yeah, now it's only showing, see, now it's only showing the section of the explosion from this color track here on top, which is what we want. Now we just need it to be alpha transparent, multiply mask. So now we got it, but we flipped it the wrong way around, so we're gonna invert it. There we go. See, now we're getting somewhere. But you can see our mask is not really that good right now. So now comes the painstaking job of beginning to mask this thing up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here. And then we're gonna add a keyframe at the beginning, like so, which it didn't do. Oh, I forgot to add the, I just jumped to the location, forgot to add the keyframe. There we go. You can zoom a mask and expand the original. Yeah. But I think we're going to use that to our advantage that the background is pretty much already black and white. Did it add it? Yes, it did. So now we have the keyframe there. So you can see, let's start with this frame here. Right now the explosion, this frame looks pretty good. So we're going to move forward. And now here we can begin to see some of the explosion moving out of the mask. So we're going to add a keyframe there. And we're then going to adjust our mask until we have the explosion all covered by the mask. It's still not big enough. Like that. Okay, let's look see what this looks like. That's actually not too bad. There was a little bit there at the end, but that was actually way easier than I thought it would be. You can see there, we're beginning to get some of this out here, moving out of the mask again. We're gonna go again and gonna expand the mask. Now to move this mask around a bit, see what we have. It's a little bit down there I would like to include. I'd like to include most of the stuff up here. Like that. We get that orange glow. Gonna be one sad video. See, problem is this is basically just like a few seconds of the video that we're currently working on. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the rest of it. Wait, what? Damn it, did I manage to delete the audio track? How did I do that? Bye-bye, Carlos. Oh, now that's annoying. Bye-bye, Carlos. Okay, it's not the end of the world. We will just have to figure out how to get that back at another point in time. Yeah, I could control set, but I don't know when I did that. Problem is, then we'll have to remask everything. Exactly, the main event is there, I just need to build up to it. Bye-bye, Carlos. There was a little bit there at the beginning. Bye-bye, Carlos. I know what's up. We just need a slight fade on the mask here. Because the mask is still a bit too sudden. It's problem is when the mask kicks in, you can actually see the background because it's not completely black and white. You can see that going in like very, very like that. You notice it as the mask kicks in here.
Bye bye, Carlos.
It's still quite clear, so if I add a little bit of fade in.
Bye bye, Carlos.
Okay, here we go. That's a good start, I think. Now we need to get the audio back on the main video. Okay, let's rebuild that audio track. So I'm just going to re-import the. There we go. So I'm just going to re-import the video file, and we're going to figure out when this approximately happens. Okay, and look over to the side and target Carlos, which I think is here.
That was
Pretty good.
easy 80,000.
Okay, and here's Carlos again.
Yep, it is. So we're gonna get, yeah, that was right after that guy exploded. So we're just gonna get and cut that there. Fearphobia 1, thanks a lot for the subscription. Oh, that's a follow on you on Twitch. Thank you as well. Okay, and this clip lasts until Carlos explodes, pretty much. Pew pew pew, Carlos, and before the explosion there. I'm gonna split it there. Okay, so now we have the video file with audio this time again, and we do stop. Oh, here. This is where it belongs. Good. I'm just gonna put that there. And now I need to align these two videos up with each other. And the way I'm going to do that is by taking the top one and adding a 50% transparency to it.
The Kangoo boys.
Wait, why does that not work? Oh, it's because this track is masked. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. And then a 50% transparency. And now comes the difficult part. Get this aligned up. I think there is actually pretty good. Now question is, will it allow me to delete just this track? It will.
We just attack him and hope the police.
I then just cut this thing down here to size.
Bye bye, Carlos. Yeah, but they have relaxed the rules a bit. Bye bye, Carlos. Okay. So, so far so good. We got a lot of nice effects already. Let's just keep working. So on top of all this, we're gonna go to media generate. We're gonna go text and titles, and we're gonna generate just some basic text. I'm gonna put that in there somewhere. And we're gonna write Carlos. Cut the laugh. Yeah, but they have... Oh, it's a little bit too much audio here, maybe. Bye bye, Carlos. Yeah, you're right. Carlos. Nope. Oh, I don't know. That's okay. That track is muted, so we can delete that. Bye bye, Carlos. Okay, who are editing that that track up here? And I don't know how much we want to do about this. Probably make it bold. Yeah. Oh, no. Let's make it bold, I guess. Too much? I don't know. Let's take everything and center it. And let's take this part and make it like smaller. Comic Sans. So I guess about when the give that explosion a little bit of time and then do a fairly long fade in, like 3 seconds or something, on the text. You know what? I actually want to do something else, because I like the effect that the text kind of looks like it's moving in, even though it's actually static. But because we have a static text on a, if you look at this, if you have a static text on a zooming image, so it looks like the text is big and zooms in, but it's just a visual illusion. But I want to try to enhance that effect because I actually kind of like that. In-game time from time to end. Yeah, we need to do in-game timestamps, of course. A good point. Let's get this track in here again. And let's find the position when Carlos is first spotted. Okay, so this is the first time that we see Carlos, but problem is I have no reference of time because some idiot put a face cam over the clock that I cannot remove right now.
Okay, we can get the times in another way. Let's delete that again. And give me a second here. Find that. Zoom out a bit here. Video manager. The color. Here we go. So this is the live stream. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go all the way here to the back. When the stream is about to start.
Be at the same spot.
So we're gonna. Must be a point when I am in the. Come on, YouTube.
Any be at the same spot.
So we're gonna go. Do I open up the station menu at some point? Please tell me I do. I did not. I'm absolutely sure.
I was a little bit afraid that it would actually like delete like
Aha! No.
all of the saves.
I can use the timestamps in. Okay, we don't need this.
The
Yeah,
whole
no, but
folder with the game saves.
it's all server side. Oh. I mean, you don't. Yes, exactly. The live, exactly as Dungalora said, live stream has timestamps. So fighting. There's the Viper. We haven't scanned him yet. Oh. So this is when it came in, and this is at 12:09. Let's see when the next text chat comes up. There we go. We're gonna have to preview this on the big screen so you can see the timestamp. And that is 2:12. Let's write this down here. So this is 15 seconds after, and that means that Carlos was first seen at 2:12:21. So if we go in here and go to properties, no, go back. 2:12:21, 2:12:21. There we go. 2:12:21 p.m. And the date would be what in-game date are we at right now? $33.04? 33.05 now? 4? 33.04, I think. And it will then be 07. And that was on the 14th. Exactly, and put ED dates, and we are. And okay. Question is, same day. Now we just need to figure out at which timestamp he got killed. Carlos the Viper.
Yeah. Impeccable Viper. Oh, careful!
Yeah.
I saw you landed a couple of shots on that.
Yeah, but they have relaxed the rules a bit. Bye bye, Carlos. Oh, damn it. Bye bye, Carlos. There's a message that shows up pretty much at the same time. There. Let me get this over so I can read the time properly. Which is at 12... No, sorry. Here. It's 2:23:12. So there we go. That is that. Let's clear that thing there. Now we're probably gonna have to adjust the size of this because that's gonna that's not good. Okay, wonderful, perfect. Let's make this slightly smaller. Let's make room for it. That looks better. Just year and time. So not the date? That does not make any sense. Text will reduce as an Easter egg. Oh, look at that. Ha! It zooms out again. Oops. We're just quickly gonna save this as temp. That's set up there, and then we're gonna go over here and add one there, and then set that to temp. Oh, okay, I guess we'll just see what you guys are all about. So what you're suggesting is we just put the date like on a separate line, and then just have the timestamps down here. Something like that. What the hell? That didn't work. Overwrite temp. That's more like it. Yeah, we can move. We're gonna move text around it a bit. Right now, we're just gonna get the text so that it looks right. Okay, so people want the year at the end. So you're suggesting what? That's the odd date format. Yeah. Translucent and all that stuff. We're gonna do that in a bit. Right now, just want the text as we want that. And next up, we're gonna begin to figure out where we want this and to move it around and stuff like that. So let's figure out where we want it to start, at least. Do we want it above? Probably not going to be 24 hours editing stream. I highly doubt that. Time start / finish, then year. But that's really weird. So you don't want the date at all. Okay, that I don't get that. You're suggesting something along the lines where we put it like that. I mean, we can do that. Drop the time and the date location. Time up. Okay, I get it. Like that. And then make it slightly transparent, like something like 70%, I guess. Fits a lot better. I missed the transition because we're reading chat. I'm not gonna do day, month, year. Month, day, year. That's weird. I could be convinced to flip it around so it would be day, month, year. But month, day, year, that's weird. So now we need to figure out which... Oh god, this is becoming more and more complicated.
Oh, careful!
Yeah.
I saw you landed a couple of shots on that.
Yeah. So we got a good put. Whoops. 14-0. There we go. Bye, Carlos. 4 exclamation marks after. If we're gonna emulate this as a tombstone, I think the 4 exclamation marks would be a little bit more. Yeah, Kengu Boys, and then system name at the bottom. We can do that. We will just have to add yet another layer. And then we're gonna go and generate, and we're gonna generate some basic text, and we're gonna put that in there, and we're gonna put Kangaroo Boys, and we're gonna figure out what the hell the name of that system was. Oh, I could see it there for a second. There, that frame. It was in the system of Dahan. Three, and it says what? Is it an A or an R? A2, R2? That was the planet we were at. Many layers. Yep, but this is not bad so far. So far, this is not too bad. And we need to make this just like somewhat resemble the other one. And this is of course gonna have to fade in at the same rate as that one. It's gonna have the same transparency level. Now we need to move this thing downwards so it's in a slightly better position. Ah, 3A. Yes, it was an A. Okay. And I think this... But what was weird, if we go back and have a look at it. So look at that there. I don't know if you guys can see it on stream. But I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of it. So we can have a look at it. Zoomed in here. So look at this. It says, you know what we can do? We can do something to actually improve the quality a little bit. We're going to go up here. We're going to go preview. And we want full resolution. There we go. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna put this back to half resolution. So look at this. Is that the Han? The Han 3 is the first planet. That's the planet, right? The Han is the star. 3 is the third planet. A2. Must be an A then, I guess. But that just sounds a little weird to me. Hold on. The Han 1, 2, 3, 3A, 3ABC. Yes, I think he's right. It's R2 for ring 2. Because the Han 3 is, of course, we were in a ring. And this one, yes, here it is. Aha, look at that. That's the one. It's definitely the Han 3 R2. So we're gonna put that in as well. And we're gonna make it easier to read. And I think we're gonna make this smaller. It was quite big, as I recall. Oh, and we're gonna make sure that it's centered like that. Bye bye, Carlos. People keep saying D2. I don't think it's D2. It's ring 2. It's the Han Planet 3 ring 2. Ah, funny guys, funny guys. Okay, let's find a good place in the music to end this now. And I think I heard something around, you can actually just see it on the waveform. So what would happen if we cut the music right there? Does that sound completely horrible? And then made a fade. Like a good long fade. It's not the best, but I think it will have to do. Alternatively, we reconnect all this. Here's another idea. What if we because this is not too far into this track. Bye bye, Carlos. Okay, so I think around here would be a good point to cut off the video. We're going to split that there, get rid of that, and do that final trimming here at the end. And then fade that out with a fairly slow fade as well. I think not too much, 2 seconds maybe. Relax the rules a bit. Bye bye, Carlos. Yeah, exactly. I think Franklin and me is on the same track right now. So we zoom in. And we remove the background video. But what I want to do here in this section here is I want to get the transparency of this higher. So as this fades out, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this as well, but we're gonna cut this at the beginning of the fade. And then we're gonna, no, that's not right. We're gonna cut this at the end of this fade. And we're then gonna overlap it with itself, but let this overlap up to 100. How does that look? And the text becomes like stronger. So we don't get that gray looking text. We get it nice and crisp here at the end, right?
Rip Carlos.
Wow. Thanks a lot for the, wow, 25 euro donation. Thanks a lot, man. Awesome stuff. Now the question is, how much fade out do we need before this does not sound weird? I think I would try something along the lines of 5 seconds actually. So go up to around here. Let's try that, see how that works. Scroll there. Let's get rid of that to start with. And okay, we need to get a little bit more real estate here. We're running out of space to work with. So all of these tracks we're pretty much done with now. So we can minimize those because we don't need them anymore. Like so. And then we're gonna get this and do a long fade, a little bit over 5 seconds, it doesn't matter. Okay, not happy with that. Problem is there's really no good place to cut it here, other than there. You know what, we're gonna try to see if we can make it work with cutting the song here. music. Yeah, people saying perfect. Logarithmic fading. Yeah, because it was too quick at the end. And I don't know. Can we change the fade type on this? I have no idea how I do that. I've never actually done that. Okay, this will have to work for now. I might want to do something with the fading here at the end, but and we want this to fade out as well. For like fairly quickly, actually, a second. Okay, I'm not completely happy with the ending, but it will have to do. Relax the rules a bit. Bye bye, Carlos. Okay, that will have to do for now. So now the next is just gonna be everything else. I mean, we just need to. That was how many seconds? Starting from 5 minutes and 49 seconds. Ah, that's not bad. That was almost 20 seconds. And it only took 2 hours. Bye bye, Carlos. Okay, we have about 15 minutes left, so I want to do a very quick, probably very rough edit of the rest of what we have. Just to try and get at least something here. Okay, I need to figure out here, what is this? This is the nested track, so we're gonna delete all of this. Nope, we're not. We're gonna delete this because this is the one that does not actually belong to the soundtrack. But what we are gonna do is we're gonna drag this down here. So it is not, so it goes down to the separate track instead of being up on the one that is. No, wait, what's going on here? Yeah, okay, yeah. Ah, because of all these open as well. Let's close those. So I don't want that to be one that nested under the mask. So we just want all those there. Okay. Yeah, exactly. 15 minutes left. Let's try to reach Colonia. Okay, let's do a very rough edit of this. Let's see where it would be good to start here.
That Furlance, I hope that he's gonna eat it. The police force are incoming in about like minutes. So
Where did that Furlance go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, I just got an anaconda on scan, so they're definitely incoming now.
Yeah.
So
that Furlance, I hope that he's gonna eat it. The police force are incoming in about like.
When is the first time we see Carlos? This is here, so you can get rid of some of this.
Hope that he's gonna eat it. The police force are incoming in about like minutes.
No, that was too much. That was actually We're actually scanning him already. When do I target lock him? There's when I target lock him. And give me 2 seconds before that. Oh. We're gonna split that there.
That Furlance, I hope that he's gonna eat it. The police force are incoming in about like minutes. So.
Where did that Furlance go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, I just got an anaconda on scan, so they're definitely incoming now. Okay, how much of this do we actually need? Just got an anaconda on scan, so they're definitely incoming now.
Yeah.
At this point, we're beginning to... See, this clip here, I really like this one here. Because what I want to do in this one is, and this is going to take a while to do, but here I want to put some arrows that's going to track the police ships as they move past the frame. And then also an arrow, like put green arrows that tracks these, say like police, and all the police ships, and track them as we move through the frame, and then have a red arrow pointing down on Carlos. We just put Carlos as he goes through the frame here. And I think I pretty much just want that section.
Troya says he got the games 2 days ago. Anyone know of a fast way to make money? Well, see what you want to do. 4-ish million, so we can get a decent exploration ship. And we're doing that by just going to a resource extraction site and we'll follow the police around. So you can see here we have a police anaconda.
Yeah, so we do target Carlos there, but I think I just want that frame there. Carlos should be green, okay.
Oh, maybe I should go and have a look in chat.
Okay, there he kind of disappears out of frame. You still see him, and there he disappears. So we're gonna have to do first a fade in of this. And then a fade.
That Furlance, I hope that he's gonna eat it. The police force are incoming in about like minutes. So.
Where did that Furlance go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, I just got an anaconda on scan, so they're definitely incoming now.
So they take down Carlos.
Oh, maybe I should go and have a look in chat.
He should disappear off. There we go, perfect. Next segment's quite long, so definitely need to...
Let's go. Now this Carlos dude, let's go. Now this Carlos dude, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, should we just kill him? I mean, that should alert the police that something's going on. Can we take down a dangerous Viper?
I'm not sure. Why risk it? Like, we have a lot of money.
Clearly we're afraid of Carlos at this point.
1.3 there, and yeah, that is a lot. Come on, Carlos.
But there is fighting here, though. Let's fuck him. Go in.
Okay, so we move on to something else around here.
But there is fighting here, though. Let's.
Okay, so I want it just before Cactus begins to talk about something else.
But there is fighting here, though. Let's. But there.
I'm gonna cut that there. It's also a nice cut right after I fly by. Yeah, there we go. And then this clip here. Let's see what we got here.
Ooh. Oh, boom, he is gone. 300,000.
Ah, here's Carlos. He's. Ooh.
Oh, boom, he is gone. 300,000.
Ah, here's Carlos. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, hey man, I can see there's 3 federal corvettes here. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna go around here.
What about that Python?
I'm scanning a floor, but I'll be down for that Python.
Deadly Python, he's being swarmed by anacondas right now. He is wounded.
Okay.
He's not being attacked yet.
Do we mention
scanning?
Carl?
Scan completed.
No, we don't mention Carlos further.
I'm scanning a man. I can see there's 3 federal corvettes here. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna go around here.
What about that Python?
It's around 46, minute and 46 in. Do that cut there. Where was the first encounter with Carlos? It's all the same ring, the one we used here at the end. But this is the first time we see him. We scan him, the original scan of him. So now we need to move all of this stuff we've already done up here, and we're gonna hope that nothing fucks up. This is a bit of a mess. Oh. So, thank you. Before we start, I want to figure out when I want this to start this clip.
Easy 80,000.
Okay, and here's Carlos again.
And that Carlos.
What? Somebody has to put this guy in his place.
Yeah, should we just attack him and hope the police helps us?
The Kengu boys. It's a minor faction I could be a part of.
Kengu boys. Is that a play? That sounds like a player faction from Australia.
It does. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
It's 150 million in profit from exploration, but passenger missions count towards it as well. Okay, he's being scanned by an anaconda now. Come on, look at this guy. He's been
Yep,
yes, there we go. Fuck you, Carlos.
That's the end of end. That's the
And
end
then
of
we're gonna
Carlos.
run through the
bye-bye,
whole.
Carlos. I'm just gonna
Gotta
attack
keep
him
the
right
whole
away.
fight in there, I think.
Remember Carlos.
Remember Carlos. Carlos the Viper.
Yeah. Impeccable Viper. Oh, careful!
Yeah.
I saw you landed a couple of shots on that.
Yeah, but they have relaxed the rules a bit. Bye-bye, Carlos.
And there we have the ending that we have seen so many times, so we know exactly what's gonna happen then. Now I just need to try and make sure I actually manage to move all of this stuff without messing up any of my keynotes or keyframes here. So I'm gonna try to be very careful here at the beginning to select everything. Okay, I think that's everything, and I should be able to move this and have the keyframes, yep, move with me. Good. Oh, I have a keyframe out there. What's that doing? I need to go and have a look at that. And then give that a 1 second, and then take this keyframe. Probably just put that at the end of everything. Can't you render from a time point? Yes, I could do a selection like this, and then say just render that selection, if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I want to see this transition here.
Python. Easy 80,000.
Okay, and here's Carlos.
I need a little bit more of the first clip.
Corvettes here. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna go around here.
What about that Python? Easy 80,000.
Okay, and here's Carlos again.
And that
Yeah.
Carlos.
What? Somebody has to put this guy in his place.
Yeah, should we just attack him?
Okay, but Peter, you never want to. What I could have done was I could say, okay, I'm gonna render this section here, and then re-import it. But you really don't want to do that. You don't want to render something, put it back in and render it again, because every time you render it, you do add a slight amount of noise and distortion of the colors, everything. It's never actually perfect when it comes out. And if you render the same thing, if you render the same thing over and over and over again, the video will slowly begin to look more and more blurry. And this is already a recording of a live stream, and live streams have a tendency not to be as sharp as direct recordings. So I really don't want to add. I really don't want to add any more of that. Any more noise to the video than we already have. But let's just check that all this at the end here still looks
Relax
good.
the rules a bit. Bye bye, Carlos.
So far it looks good. The zoom and the mask is okay. Okay, you know what? I'm pretty happy with this. It was actually longer than I expected it to be. Yeah, you definitely don't want to dual render stuff. Sometimes you have to do it. In cases where now we're just gonna save this project here. Let's say that I want to take this is my end file, right? Like the outro. Okay, let's say that I have a piece of video. I'm taking this because it's short, and I want to reverse it, so it's running backwards. Okay, what I would normally do is go in here and reverse. And now this was pretty quick, right? And now the video is running backwards compared to what it was before. If you do this with a large video, it would take a long time to do, and you wouldn't be able to scrub through it. Like, this one's okay because it's a small video and there's not too much happening. Most of the time it's just a still image. So I could probably scrub through this with no big deal. See, that works okay. I can pretty easily scrub through that. But for instance, the background that I used to use, no, I still use that on Hello Dave, the spinning galaxy thing. The original video, the galaxy spins in the wrong direction. So I had to reverse that. But that's I think it's a 10-minute video, and it's fairly large, and there's a lot of particles. So it's and if I reverse that like that in the edit in the program, I wouldn't be able to scrub through an Hello Dave video because it would simply take too much computing power to keep up with calculating the background, especially when it also has to do green screening, which is a very heavy operation, also at the same time. So in the case with the Galaxy, I actually had to reverse it because the video was so long. It actually took it just from when I clicked reverse. Whoops. Just from when I clicked reverse, it took about an hour before it was done actually reversing the whole video and making a temporary file ready with it. You actually see it makes here. It makes a reversed subclip here. Making that subclip for the background of Hello Dave took a couple of hours, and that means, and those are made on boot up when you boot up the program, I think. So that would mean that every time I had to open up Hello Dave, the project file for Hello Dave, it would take me a couple of hours just to get the file open. So therefore, in that situation, I had to take the clip, reverse the order, and then render the whole thing. So that's a situation where I do have to go and do a double render of it, where I take an original video, I do some alterations to it, I render it, then I put it back into a new project and render it again. It's not something I often would like to do, but it's something you're sometimes forced to do. But in this case, I don't want the ending here. That would not serve this video very well. I mean, if let's say we put a video in there and we do something like that, I mean, that would just destroy the ending. Yeah, no. I like it just to end like that. Too many layers. This is not bad yet. So far, this is not too bad. You should see some of the rapid fire video project files. There, if you want to see layers, then that's a good place to start. But so far, I'm actually pretty happy with this. I don't think I'm going to do too much to this clip here in the beginning. I kind of like them just to keep them raw as they are. Only thing is, this clip here kind of needs a little bit of explanation because I don't think we're actually talking.
So they take down Carlos.
I do talk about it. We don't mention what it is that's actually going on. So in this clip here, I just want to try and do something to highlight the fact that it's Carlos flying by, and he's just flying by like several anacondas and other police ships, and he's just does not care. So I'm gonna do something to this this clip here, and as I said, probably something with tracking arrows, where I'm gonna go in and begin to track the objects across the screen, something like that. But this is probably just going to stay as it is. This is going to stay as it is. And then we had, of course, the last 20 seconds, which is bye-bye, Carlos. But we already seen. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it for now. I'm probably going to finish this video tomorrow or some other day. I'm not sure. As I said at the beginning, I wasn't really sure if this was going to make it into an actual video in itself. But after seeing this, I'm pretty sure that it will. Narration on the background. Yeah, I could do that, but I don't know. I just think it would be weird that through this, through all of the video, like here and here, all this section here, most of the video, we have the original sound and the original voiceover. I could do a narration. Then if I had to do that, I would probably pull down the auto levels of the stream and then narrate what it is we're actually doing here. But I don't think the point of the video is going to be to educate people about what was happening at the time. I would rather keep this as a kind of an inside joke for the people who were on the stream, like a small, call it an Easter egg, call it something else, that people who didn't watch the 24-hour live stream, they're not going to get what's going on here. But for those of you who were there and who took part in it, you guys would know what's going on, and I hope you guys would find, or you find something like this, like a fun little Easter egg. Yeah.
A couple of shots on that.
Yeah, but they have relaxed the rules a bit. I'm definitely gonna finish it. That's for sure. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like where it is. As I said, I just want to do a little bit on this scene here. But so it's definitely gonna make it into a video. But when it's gonna be published, I don't know. Hopefully not in the too distant future.
Gonna eat it. The police force are.
Okay, I'm gonna save that project file, and then I think I'm gonna call it for today. Boom! Jump over here. So, very different stream than usual. But I still hope that this not only gave you, not only that you think this was a fun little project, but also that it gave you a little bit of an insight into some of the things that goes on behind the scenes when videos are made. I mean, I think there's a lot of people who don't have the. I mean, if you haven't made video, when I started, I thought, I mean, a 10-minute video, how hard could that be? I mean, let's say you spend 20 minutes recording, and then you spend 20 minutes editing, and then a little bit of uploading, you will done within the hour. But in reality, a 10-minute video is more like 1 or 2 hours of recording, and then 1 or 2 hours of editing. This one took quite long. Just those 20 seconds took almost 2 hours. And that is, I mean, this is a very effect-heavy scene. Most of the time when I just have a basic like video clip, narration, camera, yeah, then it's pretty straightforward. But when we begin to do stuff like this, it does take time. And then of course it needs to be rendered, we need to thumbnail it, we need to upload it, tag it, and add end scene elements. We don't need to do this in this one, but there's a lot of other, like, after the video is done, kind of prep work, and then plan for release and all that stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna call the stream for today. Again, yeah, very different stream, but I just want to do something else than play Elite, because I've been streaming enough Elite for quite a while. And remember that next week I'm off on vacation, so there will be no live streams, there will be no Hello Dave. But I am working, as you can see, on videos that we can put out, that I can put out, so that hopefully I will be able to keep the 2 videos up that I normally do every week. But no Hello Dave and no live stream next week because I will be at the other end of the country at that point. So I hope you liked today's stream. I hope I'll see you guys on Discord afterwards. I'm going to be hanging out over there for a little bit. And yeah, until next time, I will see you guys in space.